Okay, so we are again here with Joe's IP data. We have the form that we just created, and it just says Joe's IP data, or data, whichever you say. I say data. First one I'm going to, so here are some widgets on the side. The top one here, the plus, is like adding a question, adding a title, description, adding image, adding a video, or add sections. So the first one I'm going to do is actually add a title and description, because the first one is going to be his goal for reading. So I'm going to write here goal number 1, reading, and that's the only thing that I'm going to do here. I'm going to go into the description and write his goal as it appears on the IEP. So I'm going to say Joe will explain the main idea of a text by explicitly referring to key details and examples from the text with 80% accuracy by September 2019. And I have my Common Core State Standard here. This is for 6th grade. So it's reading literature, grade 6, number 1. Okay, so this is all I'm going to put in this one. This is just a title. Title's my document, and so it looks nice when you will see it after we're done writing all of his goals and objectives. So this is the first one. This is just a goal. Now I'm going to add a question. So I'm going to start with, as we know, all IEP goals have short-term objectives, so that's my main thing that I am tracking data on, is both, of course, the goal and my short-term objectives. I write my IEP goals that way, that my short-term objectives talk, if I can say, about my main goal. So the first short-term objective, sorry, it was bothering me, and I have here one. This is why we love online forums, we can fix these mistakes. So the first one is, first short-term objective is, objective 1 is, Joe will be able to summarize a story, poem, drama, including the main events and key details with 80% accuracy in 4 out of 5 trials by September 2019. So let's put that in here. With 80% accuracy in 4 out of 5 trials by September 2019. Okay, so here I have. Sometimes when you write in Google Forms, it's going to automatically give you, like here it says, automatically a paragraph. I don't want this to be a paragraph. I want this to be checkboxes. So let's see, we're going to go here into checkboxes, and there I'm going to put take the key things out of my first objective that I am going to measure. The first objective is asking to summarize a story, poem, or drama, main events and key details with 80% accuracy. So here, I like to do it this way. I write summarize a story, poem, or drama, and then in the next one I am going to add does not summarize a story, poem, or drama. I do this because I am trying to see if he can summarize the story, poem. You don't necessarily have to, but this is just the way that I prefer. You could just say summarize a story, poem, or drama, then names, key details, and then lastly includes the main events. You don't have to do these. Does not include, that's just for my own preference that I do that, because I like to see when they cannot do those. So what's the, I'll show you in a little bit after we do some responses and show how it analyzes it, how it makes it easier for me to see what I need to be working on. So I'm going to put in here, I did the summarize a story, and poem and drama. Next is the main, includes main event key details. So I'm going to do names, key details, and the same as I just earlier did. Does not, name, key details, and then lastly it would be includes main events. Includes main events, and again, does not include main events. Okay, so this would be the first objective. I'm going to leave this as is. Then I'm going to go. I have 3 objectives for Joe for this goal. Next objective, I'm going to add now another one. I'm going to add another question. The second objective, I'm going to do objective 2. Joe will be able to determine the mood that text is trying to evoke with 70% accuracy, or 7 out of 10 trials by September 2019. Okay, this one is very short and sweet. You could just do able to determine the mood of the text. This is, for instance, why I like to put does not, because now it gives me, if I don't put anything, it's just, there's going to be no data on whether they can or they cannot. So I'm going to say able to determine mood of text, and then, as I did before, is not able to determine mood of text. And I'm going to change this. I'm not going to have it as multiple choice. I forgot to change that. I'm going to do checkboxes, because checkboxes, in my opinion, are better, because in this one it kind of wouldn't have mattered whether it was checkboxes or multiple choice, because you only have, it's going to be either or. Up here, I like the text boxes, not checkboxes, because, you know, maybe he can summarize the story, but he couldn't name key details, or we're able to include main event. So it gives me more options. We have one more short-term objective to go to. Let's see, what was this third one? Let's see, so the third one is okay, so we have objective number 3. Objective number 3 states Joe will be able to make inferences when reading an informational text, citing textual evidence and examples to support them with 80% accuracy. It's a pretty heavy short-term objective. I'm going to write that out and show you what I do with that one. So Joe will be able to make inferences when reading an informational text, citing textual details and examples to support them with 80% accuracy in 4 out of 5 trials by September 2019. Okay, here we have it. See, this is right. It's so good to have an online you can fix all your mistakes. So I am going to not do this multiple choice. I'm going to go to checkboxes again, because I do love how they make this all look so good. First one is going to be makes inferences, and then the next one is going to be does not make inferences. Third one, cites textual details and examples. And then does not cite textual details and examples. Okay, that is what is in what this third short-term objective entitles. Okay, so that is it with this example, in the next video, I'm going to show you how we collect the data on this and then analyze that data. And I will show you the difference between whether it is checkboxes or, like I said here, I could put this as multiple choice because these are only 2 questions, and there is only one answer, I should say, that I want out of this one. So it's easier if we can leave it at multiple choice and show you the difference later in the next video.